Hey, what is going down, Am I on the Air universe? Before we get started, I just want to let you know that today's podcast is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today and become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's podgo.co at podgo.co. And be sure to add Am I on the Air in that section where it asks you, how'd you hear about Podgo? You heard it right here, Am I on the Air? So make sure you fill that out in the application. Thanks, everyone, and enjoy the show.
Hi, am I on the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
John, I got you.
John, do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Am I in the air? Sunday nights, prime time. I flex my better. Voltron transform to DX Don Mega and Orsine. You probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke all the steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Live from the Red Dragons radio studios in lovely Tucson, Arizona, this is Am I on the Air? And now, please welcome your host, Don Mega. What's up, everyone? That's right. Thank you. Bring it up. Bring it up. That's what's going down, everybody. It's the season premiere. All right, let's cool it. It's cool that we got to get this party started, ladies and gentlemen, because it is the season premiere of Am I on the Air? My name is Don Mega. I am your host, and I welcome you to the show. It is the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, television, movies, reviews. Right here, Am I on the Air? It's the season 23 premiere. We have wrapped up an amazing season 22, man. I think we probably went longer in season 22 than any of our previous seasons. We went like 30-something episodes deep, but we're starting fresh, man. It's the new fall season. We got all the season premieres happening for some of our favorite TV shows. So you know what? It's time for that season premiere of Am I on the Air? So season 23, episode 1, and tonight's show is titled Lethal Protector. We're broadcasting live here from the Red Dragons radio studios on this Monday, September the 4th. That's right, it is September. Can you believe it? This year is going by at a rapid pace. Guys, I got a lot to review here with you all, man. It was a busy movie weekend. I saw 5 movies. Woo-hoo-hoo! That's a lot of movies to review. 5 movies and 2 new television shows, so we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of it. But real quick, I want to shout out the Am I on the Air Quick Bites spinoff podcast. If you haven't listened to Quick Bites, what are you waiting for? If you love this show, you're going to love the Quick Bites. It's just this in a truncated, 10 to 15 minutes focused on one particular subject. A couple days ago, I put out a new episode, and it is doing first reactions for 2 movies. One that's already in theaters, which is Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and the other one is the movie that's coming out this weekend, which is the latest 007 film, No Time to Die. So we did early social media reactions for both films, talking about what you can expect from both Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and No Time to Die. So check out that current episode. Put it out before both of those movies dropped, but like I said, Venom's out now, but No Time to Die is still coming, so pop on over and listen to those early reactions to get you guys hyped up for that. But it is a separate podcast feed, so make sure you subscribe to Am I on the Air Quick Bites. It's available on all your favorite platforms and Red Dragons Radio. So quick plug out the way. Let's get into it with our reviews, guys, because like I said, I got 5 movie reviews, so let's jump right in. And I'm going to start with the number 1 movie in the world and the biggest opening in the box office domestically of the entire year, of the entire pandemic, and it made even more money than the original film. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. That's right, congratulations to Venom, bringing in $90 million over the weekend. Unheard of during the pandemic. The previous record holder was Black Widow with $80 million. So Venom making $10 more million in its opening weekend, making more than the original Venom movie made. Venom, the first film, made $80 million in its opening weekend. So it's the first time that a sequel has made more than its predecessor during the pandemic. So people came out in droves to check out Venom 2. And I'll tell you, I contributed greatly to this because I saw it on the preview night in IMAX, and it was glorious. And then I went again over the weekend and saw it again. And I've seen the movie twice, and I love this movie. And I know it's very divisive. I've been on Twitter and I've been looking at all the internet stuff. It's very divisive. People either seem to love Venom 2 or they don't like it at all. We are planning to do our spoiler review, our Am I Still on the Air spoiler review, hopefully Wednesday. So hopefully Wednesday night on the 6th, we will be recording that. Hopefully you have it out by the 7th if everything goes according to plan. But we are planning to record that because I know I loved it. I know my boy Friggins did not like it. And I think my boy Peeps is kind of in the middle somewhere. So we've been trying not to talk too much to each other about it to kind of save it for the podcast. So we'll see how that plays out. But like I said, that's that divisiveness of it. But for me, I loved it. I thought the comedy aspect of it was great. It was funnier than I ever expected it to be. I mean, one of my favorite parts of the original movie is the banter between Eddie Brock and Venom, and it's turned up to 10 in this movie. They bicker like an old married couple, and I liked it. And I know it bothered a lot of people, but I thought it was hilarious. I liked their chemistry together. I thought Woody Harrelson was great as Carnage. There are a couple things that I didn't like about it. And that kind of leveled my score down just a little bit. But overall, it had great action, it had great comedy, and I just had a blast with it. Is it the greatest movie in the world? No. But is it fun? Are you going to have a good time? Yes, you will. I think you will. Especially if you like the first movie, I think you're going to love this one. If you didn't like the first movie, you probably still aren't going to like this one. So this one's pretty straightforward, but I had a blast with it. I would give it 4.5 out of 5. It almost made 5. I'm only holding back that half star because I felt like it should have been longer. The movie is only 90 minutes long, and I wanted more. And I also wanted a little bit more action. There's only one big kind of fight scene at the end, and I would have liked to have seen at least 1 or 2 more fight scenes throughout the movie, kind of building to that big crescendo at the end, but I didn't get it. So couldn't quite go the full 5, but close, man, because I just had a blast with it. And even on the second go round, I laughed my ass off just as much as the first time. I think it's great. So Venom, Let There Be Carnage, 4.5 out of 5 stars, now in theaters exclusively. My second movie was the family movie review of the weekend. Took my daughter to go see Addams Family 2. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. So, this is the sequel to the movie, the Addams Family animated movie that came out a couple years ago. And I'll tell you, when I took my daughter to see that original one a couple years ago, and she really, really liked it. I did not like it very much. I didn't think it was that good. I thought it was very cheesy, and I just didn't laugh very much. I didn't find it very funny, and it just didn't do its thing for me. And I feel like I'm pretty fair when it comes to kid movies. I'm like, just give me a little something for the adults. But Addams Family didn't do it for me. So the sequel's coming out, and I was very hesitant, but my daughter was like, oh, I really want to go see it. So I said, fine, I'll take you. We'll go see it because I'm a good dad. And I felt the same way as I did with the first movie. It just wasn't funny. I didn't laugh at all. I found the humor to just be obnoxious. And I just don't find many of these characters very likable. It just doesn't work for me. But it worked for my daughter. She loved it once again. She thought it was great. And I really, like I said, at the end of the day, when it comes to kid movies, it's really just about how the kids feel. And if they like it, and it sounded like, because in the theater I went to, it was pretty packed, and all the kids seemed to be laughing and having a good time. So that's what it's all about. These movies are for them. It's not for us. So, my daughter gives this 5 stars. From an adult perspective, I would only give Addams Family 2 stars. It was just So, but this one here has the Addams Family tangled up in more wacky adventures and find themselves involved in hilarious run-ins of all sorts of unsuspecting characters. Wednesday's having a rough time, so they decide to go on a family trip, and we're on to the road for a family vacation here. The voice cast is always great. You got Oscar Isaac in here, Charlize Theron, Chloe Grace Moretz, Nick Kroll, Snoop Dogg, Bette Midler, Bill Hader. I mean, there's a lot of people that pop up in this thing. So, the casting is always good, but this movie just didn't do it for me. But this is in theaters, and it's available on premium VOD, so you can rent it at home if you don't want to go out to the theater for $20. So there you go. That's Addams Family 2. My next movie is something you can watch at home because it's a Netflix original, and it's the new thriller, The Guilty. This one here is directed by Anton Fuqua, who I love. I love pretty much everything this guy does, and it stars Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a demoted police officer who's been assigned to a call dispatch desk and is conflicted when he receives an emergency phone call from a kidnapped woman. And that's pretty much it, guys. Straightforward. This movie is one of those kind of movies that take place kind of in one setting, and it's pretty much just Jake Gyllenhaal. There's a couple other characters that kind of weave in and out, but for the most part, you are focused on Jake Gyllenhaal's character. He's going through something personally, and he's kind of running a 911 desk, and he gets a call, and it's this woman that's been kidnapped, and she's got kids, and this husband's grabbed her, and he's trying to help this lady, and he's trying to do it over the phone. So it's reminiscent of like Phone Booth with Colin Farrell or Buried with Ryan Reynolds, the Tom Hardy movie where he's in the car, I think, where I forget what that one's called, but he's in the car all night. Just one of those kind of solo movies that if you can be sucked in enough on not needing anything else, then I think you'll really like it. It is good. It does keep you kind of on your feet. You are kind of wondering what's going on. Jake Gyllenhaal is excellent in it. So, I mean, without somebody strong like him in the lead, you wouldn't be able to hold it down very well. The voice cast is actually pretty good when it comes to a lot of the voices that you hear throughout the movie. So I found that to be very interesting if you actually go through and you look and see who is what. So that was really, really cool. But really you just see Jake Gyllenhaal, and that's it. So, but I thought it was a good time, especially at home on Netflix. If you got some time to kill, it's a short movie. It's only 91 minutes. Check it out and enjoy it, guys. So The Guilty, now streaming on Netflix. I would give it 3 out of 5 stars. The next movie is the Sopranos prequel, The Many Saints of Newark. That's right. Who made Tony Soprano? Young Anthony Soprano is growing up in one of the most tumultuous eras in Newark, New Jersey history, becoming a man just as rival gangsters start to rise up and challenge the all-powerful DeMio crime family. Caught up in the changing times is the uncle he idolizes, Dickie Mostiani, whose influence over his nephew will help shape the impressionable teenager into all-powerful mob boss Tony Soprano. So, of course, The Sopranos, one of the most popular shows ever that ran on HBO for a long time. I really like The Sopranos. So, seeing they were making this prequel, I really like the trailers. I like the cast in it, John Bernthal pops up in this, Vera Farmiga, Corey Stoll, Ray Liotta. Lots of good people popping up. Of course, Michael Gandolfino playing his dad, which is great. He's teenage Tony Soprano, and that's awesome. So a lot of good stuff going on in here. Leslie Odom Jr. popping up. So I was like, this is going to be good. But I wasn't 100% sold on it. And it's one of these day and date releases. It's in theaters and it's also on HBO Max. So I decided to watch it on HBO Max. And I thought it was just okay. I was not that taken with this movie at all. It has moments. It has some really good moments. But then it's really boring. So it just rides this kind of roller coaster that is kind of a pain to get through. I was just kind of waiting for it to end, you know? And like I said, it gets these moments that really start to suck you in, and I was like, ooh, this movie's getting real good, and then it would lose me for the next 15, 20 minutes. So it was rough, man. It was rough. And I know the people that are big fans of the show are not really liking this. Nobody really went to the theater to see it. This is going to lose HBO probably about $50 million after it's all said and done. Yeah, it's a disappointment because I do like The Sopranos, and I just didn't feel like this movie gave me what I wanted, you know? And that's that. It you know, like I said, it's got moments, but overall it fell short. So The Many Saints of Newark for me is only 2 out of 5 stars. And my last movie, the fifth and final movie, was actually the surprise of the weekend. It's a new movie called Queenpins. And this stars Kristen Bell, Kirby Howell-Baptiste, Paul Walter Hauser, Vince Vaughn, Joe McHale, and Bebe Rexha. That's right. So pretty good cast here, man. And it's a comedy. And I was like, okay, let's see what we got here. Crime comedy. And it goes a little something like this. Bored and frustrated suburban homemaker Connie and her best pal Jojo are vloggers with dreams. They turned a hobby into a multi-million-dollar counterfeit coupon caper. After firing off a letter to a company behind a box office about a box office of cereal gone stale, receiving an apology along with dozens of freebies, the duo hatch an illegal coupon club scheme that scams millions from megacorporations and delivers deals to legions of fellow coupon clippers. On the trail to total coupon dominance, a hapless loss prevention officer from the local supermarket chain joins forces with the determined U.S. Postal Inspector in hot pursuit of these newly minted Queenpins of pink-collar crime. So yes, this is actually based on a true story, and and I know that premise is a little bulky, but basically, long story short, you got Kristen Bell and Kirby Howell-Baptiste. They're best friends, and they're couponers, right? They love to save money. They love to go to the grocery store, and they're one of those crazy coupon girls that just, how can we maximize this? Well, Kristen Bell's character gets a box of cereal one day, and she complains to the company, and the company replies back and gives her a coupon for a free box of cereal. And she says, I have an idea. What if I can get my hands on more of these coupons, and we can sell them to people that really need them? So they start doing that, and they start making a lot of money. But of course, it flags the FBI, it flags the post office, and everybody starts trying to figure out who are these people selling these coupons that are now costing these businesses so much money. I really like this movie. It was a pleasant surprise. This is a Paramount Plus original film, which is also very cool, so you can stream it at home for free. But I thought everyone was great in it. I mean, Kristen Bell, Kirby Howell-Baptiste are great friends in this, and they play off each other very, very well. I love Paul Walter Hauser. He's always good in anything he does, and he pops up as the loss prevention officer, and he's great in this. Vince Vaughn is the post office officer that comes to kind of help out and figure out, since a lot of this stuff is going on through the mail. Bebe Rexha surprised me when she popped up. She plays like a hacker, and she's really, really good in her little role. I just had a really good time with this. I really did. It's an interesting story. It actually happened in Phoenix, Arizona, which I'm in Tucson, Arizona. So I thought that was great. And yeah, I had a fun time with this one. So I would give Queenpins 3 out of 5 stars. It was a good time, and I think you should check it out. It is now streaming on Paramount Plus. So that's our 5 movies, and we'll kick it on over to TV. One of the new shows I checked out was BREA, which is one of the biggest new shows of the season. It's on NBC, Peacock, Hulu, and this here is a show about a giant sinkhole that happens in California, but the people didn't die. They actually get transposed to that part of California, but in the prehistoric time is what it seems like. We've only seen the first episode so far, but that's kind of the gist of what I got, is that it almost flips the world upside down and kind of takes everybody back through time. So you're dealing with the top part of California, which is in the current day, trying to figure out what happened with this sinkhole and where did everybody go, to the flip side of the people that fell through the hole, trying to survive and make it through this new prehistoric time. So I found it to be very interesting. I can't wait to see where this show goes. I thought it was a great pilot, so definitely recommend checking out BREA, which is on NBC, and you can stream it on Peacock and Hulu as well the next day. And lastly, another show that I never thought I'd be sitting here saying I enjoyed, but I actually did, and it was a show I started watching because of my daughter. We were on Disney Plus watching What If, and when it was over, the little ticker was kind of scrolling by at the top, and the new Doogie Howser show popped up. Doogie Kamealoha, MD, popped up, and my daughter said, "What's that?" And I said, "Oh, it's about this young girl that's a doctor." And she said, "Can we watch it?" And so we watched the first episode, and there was 3 episodes available at the time. Now there's 4. We finished that first episode, and she was like, "This is great. Can we watch another one?" So we watched another episode. Next thing I know, we binged all 3 episodes. And not only did my daughter like it, but I actually thought it was pretty good. And my wife enjoyed it as well, too. So what a pleasant surprise. I mean, it is, kiddie. It's not aimed for adults, but it's not done in that uber cheesy kid style. It's good for the whole family. And it's very interesting. And it does play off the exact same premise of Doogie Howser, right? You have the super smart girl that graduated at 9 years old and then, became a doctor, and she's only 16 years old, but, she's a doctor and she's awesome. And so they call her Doogie because there was the Doogie Howser TV show, and they say she's just like Doogie, so they call her Doogie. But she's great. The family's great. All the characters that pop up are great. And this was a pleasant surprise, man. So new episodes drop every Wednesday on Disney Plus. Check out Doogie Kamealoha MD, now streaming. So there's our reviews. Woo! We had a lot, man. And I thank you for letting me break it all down for us as we're hitting on that 20-minute mark. But we had a lot to get through. So let's recap. Movies. Venom, Let There Be Carnage, 4.5 out of 5 stars, now in theaters. Addams Family 2, 2 out of 5 stars, now in theaters and on premium VOD. The Guilty, 3 out of 5 stars. This is now streaming on Netflix. The Many Saints of Newark, now in theaters and streaming on HBO Max, 2 out of 5 stars. And Queenpins, now streaming on Paramount Plus, 3 out of 5 stars. And then check out BREA on NBC, Peacock, and Hulu. And check out Doogie Kamealoha MD, now streaming on Disney Plus. So there's your reviews, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kick on over to the box office, as we always do, to kind of ramp us into the news. Coming in at number 10, it's the Jesus Magic, bringing in $548,000 at the box office. Number 9 is Chalmera Put 3. I'm not sure what this is, but it brought in $644,000. Number 8 is Jungle Cruise, bringing in I'm sorry, I'm reading the total amounts. I was okay on the first 2 movies. Jungle Cruise brought in $703,000 to be at number 8. Number 7 was Candyman, making $1.2 million. Number 6 is Free Guy, bringing in $2.2 million. Number 5 is Dear Evan Hansen, bringing in $2.4 million. Number 4 was the debut of The Many Saints of Newark, coming in at number 4 with $4.6 million. Number 3 is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, bringing in $6.1 million and a total of $206 million at the box office so far. Congratulations there. Number 2, another debut. It's the Addams Family that we just talked about. Addams Family 2 bringing in $17 million, 17.3, which they said was above expectations, especially since they put it on VOD as well. So congratulations to Addams Family 2 bringing in 17. And then, like we said, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, number 1 with $90 million. Biggest opening of the pandemic. Bigger than Venom 1, and the number 1 opening of the year. So congratulations to Venom, Let There Be Carnage. And that is our reviews and our box office. Let's switch gears and get into our news of the week. All right, let's get into this news. Alice Waddington is set to direct the Netflix adaptation of Department H. That's right, so the upcoming adaptation Department H for Netflix based on the book. So I know a lot of people like this title. I've never really heard of it, so but I'm always interested in something new that is in development. Marvel's Avengers game is coming to Xbox Game Pass, so congratulations to those on Xbox. Curb Your Enthusiasm Season 11 has released its first teaser trailer, so you can check that out for the long-running comedy. The Mysterious Benedict Society has scored a Season 2 renewal over on Disney+. My daughter's super excited about this one. She loved the Mysterious Benedict Society, so me, not so much. It's okay, but she loved this show, so I'm glad it's coming back for Season 2. There is a new female buddy comedy called Soulmates that's being put together, and they just released the first teaser trailer for it, so you can check that out. North American rights been sold to Vertical Entertainment. On My Block is getting a spinoff. It's going to be called Free Ridge, and it's been ordered to series over on Netflix. So I know a lot of people love On My Block, but this one here going to be from the same people behind it, but with a new cast and crew and everything. So yeah, we'll see how Free Ridge goes over on Netflix. Disney Plus's Rogue One prequel series Andor is officially wrapped production. We have the new trailer for The Harder They Fall, which is the new Western starring Idris Elba, Jonathan Majors, and a whole bunch of other people. Regina King. Man, there's a big cast on this one. Looking forward to this one. And I don't even like Westerns, but this one looks pretty good. Archer has been renewed for season 13 over on FXX. Peacock has added a bunch of scary movies to their platform. They've added the Friday the 13th films, Nightmare on Elm Street films, Texas Chainsaw Massacre films, Chucky films, all kinds of stuff. They got a real scary section on the Peacock app right now that you can go and check out. They have the whole Saw franchise. I mean, really great stuff, man. So I love that Peacock jumped on that. So very, very cool. The new Megan Fox heist movie, Johnny and Clyde, will have a supernatural slasher in it. Very interesting. Did not see that coming. The Bachelor has named Jesse Palmer as the new host, replacing Chris Harrison. Law & Order. This is big news here. NBC is reviving the original show of Law & Order and ordered a season 21 a decade after its cancellation. Can you believe it? A decade later, NBC's bringing back Law & Order for season 21. So, congratulations, man. Looks like most of the original cast is all coming back, too. So, we'll see where it goes. Lori Loughlin setting her return to acting with the new spinoff of When Calls the Heart with When Hope Calls. So, there you go. She's coming back. Emmy winner Ron Cephas Jones will appear in the next season of the critically acclaimed Better Things over on FX, so he's always a great addition there. We were talking about The Harder They Fall, right? That Western. We were just talking about that a couple minutes ago. So that's going to release in select theaters later in October and on Netflix on November 3rd. This movie has Jonathan Majors, Idris Elba, Zazie Beetz, Regina King, Delroy Lindo, Lakeith Stanfield, and Dion Cole, and a whole bunch more, man. So great cast on that one. I love it. Alicia Silverstone, Michael Pitt, and Atto Esado have joined Benicio del Toro in the upcoming thriller Reptile. So very cool there. Celine Dion has a documentary in the works, a music doc coming from Sony Entertainment. So we'll see, man. That should be pretty interesting there. SNL had its season premiere over the weekend with Owen Wilson hosting, and he did a good job. But I was definitely missing Beck Bennett, man. Beck Bennett left the show before the season premiere, and I like Beck Bennett a lot, and I definitely felt he was missing when I watched the season premiere. So that was really unfortunate there on that. We found out when finally the Book of Boba Fett is coming. That's right, Disney Plus announced that the Book of Boba Fett, a whole new original series, will start streaming on Disney Plus on December 29th. So there you go, guys. Before the end of the year, but at the very end of the year. But I'm excited, man. We knew we were getting it sometime in December, so now we just know it's December 29th. So the Book of Boba Fett coming soon. Disney's Onyx Collective has ordered Kerry Washington's legal drama series. A new Twisted Metal game is supposedly in development, but we'll see if that comes to fruition. Daniel Craig and Ruth Negga are joining the cast of Macbeth over on Broadway. Netflix has released the first teaser trailer for Dave Chappelle's The Closer, which is his latest stand-up special, and might be his last for Netflix, so there you go there. Love Life Season 2 trailer dropped with William Jackson Harper taking over the lead this time, so there you go. HBO's Insecure has dropped its final season trailer and is coming back later this month, so get ready for that. Sci-Fi's Slumber Party Massacre remake released its teaser trailer, and that's also coming out later this month. Sony, as their Spider-Man 2 game, says they'll be a little bit darker than the original 2 games, so hey, I'll take it, man. That sounds good to me. Let's see here. Guy Ritchie's upcoming Jason Statham-led action picture is coming out in January. So I had a little deja vu because I'm like, Jason Statham just did Wrath of Man with Guy Ritchie. I didn't know they made another movie too. So the next Guy Ritchie, Jason Statham-led action movie will come out in January 21st, and it's called Operation Fortune Rus Digere. So yes, it has a subtitle that is foreign. It's got Jason Statham, Aubrey Plaza, Josh Hartnett, Bugsy Malone, Hugh Grant, and Carrie Ells in theaters January 21st. Operation Fortune. So get ready for that. Over on Enola Holmes, we knew that this movie was being put together. They've confirmed that Helena Bonham Carter will be returning, so that's always great. We have the latest trailer for Encanto, the new Disney movie that comes out on Thanksgiving. We have the first full trailer for that. Ridley Scott says that the sequel for Gladiator is ready to go after he does his Napoleon movie. So, dude, you need to hurry up, man. Been talking about this damn movie for years. In some surprising news, the canceled show All Rise is back. It's been picked up for a season 3 over on the OWN network. That's right, the Oprah Winfrey Network has picked it up for season 3. So congratulations to All Rise. I know my boy J.V. Lewis was super stoked on this one. He was pissed that the show was canceled, but now he's got it back, man. So that is really, really cool. So congratulations there. Squid Game, the Korean thriller, has a very good chance to best Bridgerton as Netflix's biggest show ever. It'll probably cross that later this week, to be honest. This show, Squid Game, is the hotness. This is taking over everything right now. So I need to get on it. I have not watched Squid Game yet. A lot of people keep asking me about it. I have not had a chance yet, but I'm definitely going to, because a show can't be this popular and not have me check it out. So I will check out Squid Game. Paramount Plus has announced that The Real World Homecoming has been renewed for season 2 and 3, and we'll have to wait and see which OG cast will reunite next. So I checked this out on Paramount Plus and thought it was actually a really cool concept. So I did not finish the season though, but I'll be curious to see what other seasons they end up doing here with what other cast. All right, moving along, Paddington director Paul King will be helming the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory spinoff Wonka, which stars, of course, Timothée Chalamet as the character. And Rowan Atkinson, Sally Hawkins, and Olivia Colman have also signed on to join Timothée Chalamet in Wonka. The new All Rise that I just talked about being renewed over on the OWN network is actually being brought back for 24 episodes, so it's getting a full season. So usually when these shows get brought back, especially on a streamer, it's for like 8 to 10 episodes, maybe 12 if you're lucky. They're bringing this thing back for a full network season run, 24 episodes, so congratulations there. We talked last week about a new movie starring George Clooney and Brad Pitt that's going to be directed by John Watts. We talked about that there was a bidding war between all the studios, and it looks like Apple has won those rights, so it'll become an Apple TV Plus original. So congratulations there on that. Let's see here. Disney Plus, we got everything coming and going in October. Check that out. Amazon Prime, everything coming and going in October. John Benjamin Hickey is joining Stephen King's Salem's Lot adaptation. Regé-Jean Page is set to star in the new Netflix heist thriller that Noah Hawley is doing. So great addition there for that. Disney Plus dropped the first trailer for Just Beyond, which is the new R.L. Stine series that they're doing. Robert Pattinson teases some Batman surprises at DC fandom. Get ready, that's coming real soon, the next couple weeks. WB's The Bodyguard remake will feature a young Latina in the lead, so that's very cool there. Marvel Studios says that they are currently developing 31 MCU projects. Now, we don't know if that's everything combined. I'm guessing it is between TV and the Disney Plus. We don't know if it's all TV, all movies combined. They didn't get specifics. They just told us 31 projects in the works. So congratulations to the MCU there. That is crazy. We've been talking a lot about a Rocky IV director's cut. Well, it's done and it's coming, and it'll hit theaters for a one-day exclusivity on November 11th and then hit streaming on November 12th. Rocky IV director's cut. It's called Rocky vs. Drago, and I'm excited, man. I love Rocky IV. It's my favorite one out of all of them. Let's go. Congratulations to Scarlett Johansson. Her and Disney have settled the lawsuit. That's right. It is water under the bridge. Everything's all good. The lawsuit is done. They have figured it out. She has been paid, and we are moving forward, and they're looking forward to the future of working together again. And they're back on to the Tower of Terror movie they were going to do. They got put on pause with all of this, but that is back on the docket. So congratulations there that is behind us. We got the announcement that Super Bowl 56 halftime show is going to have Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. Woo! What a halftime show. So get ready. That's awesome there. The new show BMF has already been renewed for season 2 over on Starz. We, of course, have everything new that's hitting Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple TV+, Disney+, HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount+, and Peacock. Yes, we put it all in one article. Check it out on our Twitter page and see when your favorite shows or movies are hitting your streaming service in October. FX's Shogun is moving forward, and they've released a full casting announcement, so check that out if you're interested. NBC Universal and YouTube have agreed to a short-term deal extension, so they will be blocking the blackout for now. So there you go if you have YouTube TV. The Rocky IV director's cut will have 40 minutes of additional footage. That's a lot, man. 40 minutes. Hopefully it's all montage. Jason Blum says that he pushed Halloween Kills to streaming after Freaky failed in theaters. He says, I stand by this decision. He wanted to make sure that they didn't bump the release date anymore. He says that when they released Freaky during the pandemic, that it was a really good movie and not enough people went to go see it because of the pandemic. So he said, I didn't want to make that same mistake with Halloween Kills. So he says he went to Peacock and said, let's do this day and date. He says Peacock didn't go to him, streamers didn't go to him. He actually went to them and said, I want to do this. Now, he also did confirm that the next Halloween movie, Halloween Ends, will be theatrical exclusive. So it's not something he wants to keep doing, but he wanted to definitely do for this one to get it in front of the most faces. I respect that. Good stuff. All right, Mr. Harrington's Phone. Donald Sutherland and Jaden Martell are leading Netflix's Stephen King adaptation. So many Stephen King adaptations, man. I didn't know the dude had that many books. It's always something new every week. A Cruel Intentions reboot is in the works from Amazon's IMDb TV. This will be interesting because this is something NBC wanted to reboot a couple years ago and then passed on it. So now I can't see it really going to IMDb TV, but that's what they're saying. So we'll see how it goes. The Umbrella Academy Season 3 officially set for a 2022 return date. We have the trailer for Blumhouse's A House on the Bayou trailer, which is coming to Epix. It's their first horror picture over on Epix. Matthew Vaughn's new star-studded spy film, Argylle, has officially begun production. I'm excited about this movie so much. Like I said, Disney's moving forward with the Tower of Terror film with Scarlett Johansson attached again. So that's good that we're moving forward there. Shang-Chi is set for a digital release on November 12th with a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and DVD release on November 30th. Lots of extras released for it as well, too. And don't forget, it's actually on that same November 12th we'll be hitting Disney Plus as well. Tim Ferdell is set to direct Sister Act 3 for Disney Plus. Congratulations to Shang-Chi, the first pandemic-era film to cross $200 million domestically. So that is awesome. Mr. Corman has been canceled at Apple TV Plus after just one season. And you know what? I can't say I'm surprised. I watched this show, and it was a struggle to get through. I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I was really into this show for the first couple episodes, and then it quickly got really weird and too off the path for me, and I struggled to finish it. And then after I finished it, they were like, it's canceled, and I said, okay. So I wasn't the only one that struggled with this one, so sorry, we'll try again another time. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Mr. Corman canceled after one season. Next up, Natalie Morellis is leaving NBC News, and she is also joining The Talk. So congratulations to her there. The 700 Club's Pat Robertson is stepping down as host after 54 years. Raven's Home Season 5 renewal comes with a major casting shakeup. Who's joining Raven-Symoné in San Francisco? You'll have to see there. Grey's Anatomy news. Scott Speedman is returning as a series regular for Season 18. So that is awesome there. I do want to shout out, we got some articles talking about the post-credit scene, mid-credit scene for Venom Let There Be Carnage. It was incredible. I don't want to spoil anything, but we do have some articles talking about it, what it means, how it came together. Andy Serkis talking about it. So if you want to go through our news feed on Twitter, you can find some good stuff breaking that down. But yeah, it was a hell of a mid-credit scene. So again, if you haven't seen Venom Let There Be Carnage, make sure you don't leave before them credits hit. So sit on through it. It's in the middle, so you don't have to wait to the very, very end. But don't leave. I saw way too many people leaving. Congratulations to Dexter, which just had its 15-year anniversary. Showtime released 2 new posters that we put up on our Instagram. Dexter New Blood premieres November 7th on Showtime, and I'm so excited about that. Tyler Perry and Jason Blum are going to be teaming for a new thriller called Help. We got an exclusive look at some new photos for Hawkeye, Dexter, and more shows coming this fall, so check that out. Bear with me here, just kind of going through some of this stuff here. Don't forget to subscribe to us on TikTok. We got all our video reviews on there. Love putting out those video reviews. We have the Halloween timeline that we tweeted out. I should put this on Instagram too, but this just kind of shows you how the movies kind of flow depending on which timeline you want to watch them in. So they actually have the H2O timeline, they have the sequel timeline, and they have the new Halloween version timeline. So it's pretty cool. And they even have the reboot timeline with the Rob Zombie movies. So very cool there. Superman and Lois is adding a Teen Wolf alum Ian Bohen for season 2. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie has lost its director. That's right, Chris Columbus has dropped out of the project. So this long-delayed movie will just continue to be long-delayed. But in the meantime, go watch Willy's Wonderland. That'll give you your Five Nights at Freddy's. That'll fill your void for now. Let's see here. I already talked all that box office news, so I'm going to skip over that box office stuff. A Negan spinoff series has been discussed with Jeffrey Dean Morgan coming back for Walking Dead spinoff, so we'll see if that actually comes to fruition. We got some info on Kingsley Ben-Adir's Secret Invasion character for the upcoming Marvel show coming to Disney Plus. Looks like he's going to be playing a Skrull, but if you want to read more about it, check that out. In a shocker, we just had the season 5 finale of Billions over on Showtime, and Damien Lewis has exited the show. That's right. After 5 seasons, he's the main character. He's gone. He's left the show, and that's a big shocker right there. He says he could return later in the future. They didn't kill him off or anything, but he's going to be taking a break. Corey Stoll, who joined the show a couple seasons ago, will kind of take over as the lead, replacing him for now. Big shocker, man. Big shocker. Did not expect to see that coming out over the weekend. Joe McHale has been up to a series regular for season 3 of DC Stargirl, so that's awesome. Congratulations there. Let me see here. Gamora. That's right. Gamora arrives. See her in the season finale of What If, which is streaming this Wednesday on Disney Plus. It's season finale time. Gamora's coming, ready to wreck some shop, so we're excited about that. Apple TV Plus has set its first original holiday special, so get ready for that. It's coming once again exclusively to Apple TV Plus as they acquired those rights to Peanuts. The action comedy American Born Chinese has been given a series order over on Disney Plus, so congratulations there. Salem's Lot movie is still adding some more actors to the cast. DC Fandom 2021 has unveiled its full talent lineup, including Zachary Levi, Ezra Miller, The Rock, and a whole bunch more, so get ready for that. You could read the full breakdown on our Twitter page. They list everybody that's going to be at DC Fandom, so it's a big list. I can't even read it all to you. In an interview recently with Ben Affleck, it was great to read that he had a great time reprising his Batman role in The Flash. So he says, he had definitely a very difficult time doing Batman on Justice League, but it was very refreshing and fun to come back and do it in The Flash. He says he loves working with Ezra Miller, and while he was over there in the UK filming this, he got to go see Jason Momoa filming Aquaman 2, so that was really cool there. So I love it. Hopefully this reinvigorates him, and maybe we'll get more stuff. You never know. But I love it. I mean, I'm glad to hear that he had a good time doing it. I'm really happy to hear that. Netflix has dropped the new trailer for Tick, Tick, Boom, which is Andrew Garfield's new Netflix movie directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. So that's coming out in November. So check out that new trailer there. The new Chucky trailer has come out as well. This show debuts next Tuesday, over on Sci-Fi and the USA Network. The Many Saints of Newark was watched by 1 million households on HBO Max. Keira Knightley will track down a serial killer in a new Boston Strangler movie. Black Widow, Disney Plus is streaming the movie starting on Wednesday, October 6th. You can stream Black Widow on Disney Plus for free. So there you go there. This Is Us actor Sterling K. Brown is set to star and executive produce Washington Black, which will be a new series over on Hulu. Taylor Kitsch has boarded Netflix's new opioid crisis drama called Painkiller. Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton has been hired to helm that American-born Chinese show for Disney Plus. So great addition there. I love that. The creators of the show The Other Two are going to be doing a new psychological comedy over on HBO. Ellie Kemper, Luke Grimes, and more are set to star in a new romantic comedy called Happiness for Beginners. And that, my friends, is the news of the week. We did it! 43 minutes, not bad at all, especially when we took 20 minutes just to do reviews. So, awesome job. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, if you want to know more about any of the news I just went through, check out our Twitter page, check out our Facebook page, and you can dig into any of those articles. I just don't have time to deep dive into everything. There's a lot that I want to get through because I want to give you all the news on a week-to-week basis. So thank you so much. Again, let's do some plugs. amiontheair.com, of course, the official webpage. That's how you find everything, amiontheair.com. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/amiontheair. Give us a follow on Twitter at Am I On The Air. You can follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. Don't forget to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review. If Apple Podcast ain't your thing, don't you worry. We got you covered on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pandora, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Podcast. We're all over the place. Just search Am I On The Air. Make sure you subscribe to us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We're on all of those. Just search Am I On The Air once again. And, of course, our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio. That website always streaming Am I On The Air? Am I Still On The Air? Am I On The Air? Quick Bites. Way to go to listen to all the stuff is reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio. That'll do it for me on this Monday, October the 4th. Thank you so much for listening. I hope everyone has a great week. In theaters this weekend, it's time for No Time to Die. That's right. It's time for the latest James Bond movie, the last film of Daniel Craig's era. We'll see how it goes. And then we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel with all the latest and greatest. So take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Red Dragons! Red Dragons!